3 plus 6 order minus k minus 2k order. So take out all your common factors first. We can choose, over here we have 4 terms. So 4 terms, we will need to end up, okay, our final answer will most likely look like this, where we have 2 terms and another 2 terms. So like what I have told you, we can choose to call this the first term, second term, third term, and the fourth term. Between the first and second term, are there any common factors? Have or don't have? Have, right? We can take out 3. So 1 plus 2 oral. Okay, now between the third and fourth term, is there how much? K. Do you want to take out positive or negative K? Okay, so your choice. I can choose to take out negative K. If I take out negative K, what is left? 1 plus, right? Okay, then are there any other common factors between these two? Okay? Some basic question, give away, better get it correct. Any questions for this? Then next question we have okay, part B. 2x squared minus 18. What can we take out first? Okay, so we have 2, then x squared minus 9. Done? Done? Not yet. Okay? So be very sensitive to numbers like 9, numbers like 4, 16, 25. They are perfect squares. Sorry? Yes, yes, this is your A plus B, A minus B. Yes, Francis? Hold on, what do you get? This you can factorize some more. This will become 2 times x minus 3, x plus 3. So this is still not factorized completely yet. Okay? The next question is 2a. Factorize x squared minus x minus 12. So for this, we need to draw a grid. Okay, so over here we get x squared. We are supposed to get negative 12 over here. We are supposed to get negative x. So factors of 12, you can choose 6, 2, 12, 1, 4, 3. I will choose 4, 3. Okay, so over here I get 3x, I get 4x. Now to get a negative x, I need to put a negative sign over here and a negative 4. So this will be x minus 4, x plus 3. If you're not sure, you can expand it back and see if you get the correct same answer. So now for 2b. Express 2x over x squared minus x minus 12 minus 1 over x minus 4 as a single fraction. Okay, now we have fraction minus fraction. What must the denominators be? Must be the same. So we already did this, right? We factorized this earlier over here. So this one is the same as this. Let us replace. So I get 2x over x minus 4, x plus 3 minus 1 over x minus 4. And since we said that the denominators must be the same, do I need to do anything to the first fraction? No need. Second fraction, I need to do something. What do I need to do, Wei Hao? So take out your pencil. Then put a bracket here. We multiply this by x plus 3. Whatever we do in the denominator, I also must do in the numerator. So multiply by x plus 3. Okay? Now, is it time to combine? Yes, they have the same denominator. Let us combine. X minus 4 times x plus 3. In my first fraction, I have 2x. Then, what do I have? This one. This is the trap. This is the trap that teachers want to set with a negative sign. Yeah, if I set paper, I also like to set this trap. So you put a negative minus what? Like that? Yes? Is this correct? So this is the trap that many students will fall into. If you are not listening, then you will do this, and this is wrong. What should be the correct one? It looks like this. Then from here we expand. If you don't bracket, leaving your answer like this, then you're wrong already. Yeah, if you don't bracket, but you are aware and you put a minus 3 over here, then it is correct. But I just want you to have a good habit, drawing the bracket so that you won't be confused. So this gives me 2x minus 3 over x minus 4, x plus 3. And our final answer will be x minus 3 over okay? Any questions? Hey, you have a question to ask? So now you know, you must have the bracket. Where? You mean this way, is it? Cannot, because what you are doing to the denominator is you are dividing by x plus 3, right? Are you dividing the whole thing by x plus 3? No, you're only dividing one term. So you cannot do that. Once you do that, you'll be wrong. Now for question 3, I have a rectangle. BC is 3x. The perimeter is 22 cm. If this is 3x, how much is this? 3x also lah. So if the total perimeter is 22, I will be able to find out what is AB and DC, since they are also the same. So let's see. Write down the perimeter of the rectangle, okay? 3x plus 3x. What else do I need to add to get a perimeter? Plus DC. How much is this supposed to be? 22. Now, is AB and DC the same? Yes, they are the same. So, 6x over here plus 2AB is equals to 22, yes? And what do we do next? We make AB the subject. Both sides by minus 6x. So I end up with 2AB equals to 22 minus 6x, and AB will be equals to 11 minus 3x. What did I do? Divided by 2. Okay? This is my expression for AB. Okay, so AB is equals to 11 minus 3x cm with the units. Okay, in this case, whether you put a cm or you don't put a cm, I won't penalize you. Right. Okay, now that I know AB is equal to 11 minus 3x, 11 minus 3x over here, I need to find an expression for the area of the rectangle. So what is the formula for area? Area equals to base times height. So what is the base? 11 minus 3x times 3x. Can I write it like this? Cannot. I need to have the brackets. Like that. So simplify. I will get negative 9x squared plus 33x. Okay, yes. Square centimeters. Whether you write it or not, it doesn't matter. Like what Francis said, it's an expression. Okay? It is okay. It is okay. Because you factorize, you left it in a factorized form. Okay, this is the simplified form. Okay, next, part B. The area of the rectangle is 20 square centimeters. So show that blah blah blah. Okay, just now earlier on, we already had an expression for the area, right? This is my area. How much are they saying this area is equals to now? It's equals to 20. And they want you to show that it looks like this. Are they very similar already? I see many familiar numbers, right? So, in order to make it 9x squared, what do I need to do? I can do many things. I show you one of my favorite. I will multiply by negative 1 on both sides. Okay, then I get 9x squared minus 33x equals to negative 20. Then I add 20 on both sides. I get 9x squared minus 33x plus 20 equals to 0. Yes, there are many ways you can approach this. You can choose to subtract 20 on both sides, then add 9x squared on both sides, so on and so forth. If you do it like the way I tell you to in class, you will get the same answer. Okay, usually when they ask you to show something, usually the next part of the question will require you to use it. You will not be penalized, but it is recommended to put shown, so that when I mark, I know where to look. You stop over there, so shown. Okay? Now part C. Solve the equation 9x squared minus 33x plus 20 equals to 0. Solving this equation, how many methods do you know? So many. Which one do you want to use? The formula? The quadratic formula? What is the formula? Is it given to you? It is not given to you. So can I write minus negative 33 plus minus square root? Like that? Is this correct? What's wrong? Yeah, you must write down x equals to this. If you don't write that, then what are you doing? Okay, so this is x equals to this value. So you substitute and arrive at approximately, you get two answers, then round it off 2.90 or 0.766. This one don't need. Don't know? Yes. depends on the marker lah. I don't like to see numbers floating around. I always want to see an equation. Now, question 4. A. Solve the inequality. This one, lower sec, right? So go and revise. You will be tested on your lower sec topics. I cannot tell you the topic. Now, 4x minus 1 smaller than equals to 6x plus 9. When I say solve an equation, I ask you for x equals to something. When I ask you to solve an inequality, I want to know the range of values of x. So in other words, I still make x the subject. So what should I do? I will still need to put x somewhere. Whether it's on the left or right, it depends on the question. What should I do? In this case, what do you want to do? Okay. You all want to minus 6x, right? Okay, fine. So, what do I get? Negative 2x, right? Right? 4 minus 6, you get negative 2x. Then minus 1 smaller than equals to 9. What should I do next? Plus 1. Okay, fine. And we get negative 2x smaller than equals to 10. What should I do next? Okay, now listen. Do you want to divide by negative 1? Do you want to multiply by negative 1? How do you take away the divide? How do you take away the negative sign? So, you want to divide by what? Negative 2. Is it? Okay. If I divide by negative 2, what do I have on the left hand side now? What do I have on the right hand side? Negative 5. What happened to the sign? Okay, now, this is what happens when you choose to divide by a negative number. Your sign over here will change. If you choose to multiply by a negative number, your sign also will change. Confusing or not? Yes. Confusing, right? So I don't like to do it this way. Okay? This is still perfectly correct. But I will show you my way of doing it. Hopefully you will find it easier to understand. Now I have negative 2x is smaller than or equals to 10, isn't it? I choose to add. I add 2x on both sides. Plus 2x. Here also, plus 2x. What do I have on the left hand side now? I will have 0. Right? 2x minus 2x is 0. Smaller than or equals to 10 plus 2x. Yes? Am I flipping any sign? No, no flipping. I think that's very confusing. Now what happens next? I minus 10 on both sides. Then I will now get negative 10 smaller than or equals to 2x. Okay? So now I have my x on one side. You notice that the negative sign for the x has disappeared. Why did that happen? Because I added 2x on both sides. So no more negative x now. So next step is to, like you said, divide it by 2. And we will get negative 5 smaller than or equals to x. Which step are you referring to? Are you referring to this step? Why? Because I didn't change the sign. There's no reason to change the sign. Everything else stays the same. What did I do? I added 1 on both sides. So negative 1 plus 1 is 0. 9 plus 1 is 10. The rest, okay? So now I have negative 5 is smaller than or equals to x. We like to put x on the left hand side. So in other words, x is greater than or equals to negative 5. This one can understand, right? You mean you want to leave your answer like this, is it? Yeah, it is fine, but usually we leave our answer in terms of x. Like we always like to put x on the left hand side. So for the same reason, it will look like this as my final step. If you left your answer like this, I will not mark you wrong. Okay, but just take note of the convention. Any questions? Yes? Okay, so isn't the other method faster? Yes. Do you notice that I have many steps over here? When initially I could have just divided by negative 2 and I flipped the sign, right? I would have saved 1, 2, 3. Probably 3 steps. But do you understand why? Do you flip the sign? Like when I asked, many people didn't know why you had to flip the sign. Do you know why you need to flip the sign? If you know, then good. You can use it. Then you don't make any careless mistakes. If you do not know, then this is the reason why there is a flip in sign. How do I know this step? It's because I go back to my previous step. And I go back to my first step. From 4x minus 1 smaller than or equals to 6x plus 9. This was the question. What did I do? I subtracted 6x on both sides. Okay, once I subtract 6x on both sides, I get negative 2x. Then minus 1. The sign, look at all my sign. They do not change. No changing in sign until the last step because I want to put x on the left hand side. How do I know this step, is it? Okay, first, Rabiatul, do you understand this step? This step okay for you, huh? Then what happens on the, let's concentrate on the left hand side. What happens when I add 1 to it? What do I have when I add 1 to this red color circled expression? Negative 2x lah. Okay? So if I add 1 on this side, I must also add 1 on the other side, right? 9 plus 1 gives you 10. Did I change the sign? No, there is no reason to change the sign. So now you understand why I have negative 2x is smaller than or equals to 10? Where do you see me change the sign? You mean at the bottom? This one, is it? The reason why I changed this is because we like to put x on the left hand side. Like when I ask you to solve for x, do you write 5 equals to x or do you write x equals to 5? If I ask you to solve for x. You write x equals to 5. Why don't you write 5 equals to x? Because it's weird, right? We don't usually write it that way. That is the same reason why I put x greater than or equals to 5. Instead of, x greater than or equals to negative 5, instead of negative 5 smaller than or equals to x. It's just what we prefer to do. Put x on the left hand side. Okay, Rabiatul, do you understand this step so far? Okay, you can follow until this step, huh? Okay, then subsequently, right? Francis, explain to her. Why? Why is it that we want to change to look like this? Okay? I am asking Francis to explain because I think he and Rabiatul both know how to do the next question. So while he explains, we will go through the next question. If you still cannot understand from Francis, then you will see me after that, okay? Or you ask me by Zura. Okay? Now, draw a number line to represent your solution. In part B, we have x is greater than or equals to negative 5. Drawing the number line, this is x. Just draw a dash, label where is your negative 5. So which region is x? Is it supposed to be greater than or equals to or smaller than equal to? Greater than. So over here, is this the answer? What's wrong, Irfan? Circle must be shaded. Why? Just like our step graph, right? We saw that. It is inclusive of 5. So this is my answer. Okay? Now part C, given that x is an integer such that blah blah x is between -3, x, and 2. Write down all the possible values of x. Oh, it is an integer as well. Did I write something wrong? Oh, yeah. So x is between -3 all the way until 2. The values of x will be, x could be equals to -3, it could be equals to -2, -1, 0, and 1. Anything wrong with this answer? They said that x cannot be -2, so we must strike this out. In the question, they said that. So my answer will be -3, -1, 0, and 1. You put x on the? Like that? You mean like this? Oh no, we always put a x near the arrowhead. Just like your x and y axis. You put a y near the arrowhead, you put an x near the arrowhead. Alright, now question 5. Which one? This one? This one? Yes, you need to write down the x. Or B? Yes, number 9, you need to write down the x over here as well. It is just like your graph. When you draw your x and y axis, you always put a y and an x, right? Same law for this. This is just your x-axis. Question 5. Solve the simultaneous equation x minus 5y equals to 23 as well as 2x plus 3y equals -6. Let's call this equation number 1 and equation number 2. What are the methods that you know? 2, right? Substitution and elimination. Which one will always work? Substitution will always work. Okay? So that is what I like to use. From number 1, equation number 1, I can choose to make x or y the subject. Which one is easier? Make x the subject lah. So x equals to 23 plus 5y. Right? What do I do next? Sub into 2. Okay, sub into 2. So 2 times of x. Now instead of writing x, I will write this. 23 plus 5y plus 3y equals to -6. Now I have one equation with one unknown. Definitely can solve. Yes, expand. So 46 plus 10y plus 3y plus 6 equals to 0. I just move everything to one side. Or if you don't want to, it's fine also. Equals to -6. Okay, then we have 13y equals to -6 minus 46. 13y equals to -52. So what is y? Right? And then we also need to find the value of x. So x will be equals to, over here, we had an equation for x. So x will be equals to 23 plus 5 times of -4, which is 3. Simultaneous equations, standard way to do it, no tricks involved. You are expected to get the full 3 marks for this. Nobody in this class should get less than 3 marks. Okay? Then you will make a mistake somewhere. If you can't find your mistake, show it to Rabiato. She will help you find the mistake. Yeah, I know you never say anything, but you can help him also, right? Now, question 6. The graph question. the curve y equals to negative x plus 4, x minus 2 cuts the x-axis at a and 2, 0. It also cuts the y-axis at c. Find the coordinates of a and c. Is it a difficult question? It is super easy. Okay, why? Part A, the coordinates of A. What is so special about A, point A? It lies on the x-axis. That means when I write down the coordinates of A, one of A is equal to 0. Which one is equal to 0? This one is 0 over here. This is the question mark. Okay? So we know that y is equal to 0. I substitute that into the equation to find x-intercept, meaning I want to find the coordinates of A. Sub y equals to 0. So 0 is equal to negative x plus 4, x minus 2. Now I have two options for x. Either, so I choose to divide by negative 1. So over here I divide by negative 1 again. I will get x plus 4, x minus 2 equals to 0. They are the same thing. Whether you divide by negative 1, whether you multiply by negative 1, whether you choose to shift everything from this side to the other side, you will still end up with x plus 4, x minus 2 equals to 0. So there are two options. Either x plus 4 equals to 0 or x minus 2 equals to 0. But you still get the correct answer if you are careful. Okay, then from here, x is equals to negative 4 or x equals to 2. Now, which one is the x coordinate of A? Obviously negative 4 because 2 is already here. This 2 over here refers to the x equals to 2 here. So this question mark must be negative 4. Okay, therefore A is negative 4, 0. Now for for C, coordinates of C, we know that this is going to be 0, something because it is on the y-axis. So to find C, to find y-intercept, meaning I want to find C, x is equal to 0. Then I will get y equals to negative 0 plus 4, 0 minus 2. Substitute into the equation. So I get negative 4 times negative 2. This is 8. So I know that according to my graph, this must be 8. The y-intercept is 8. Questions? Anybody? Now B, write down the line of symmetry. So they drew out the line of symmetry for you. What is this line? How do you know? Sorry? Do you all agree line of symmetry is in the middle? Is the dotted line in the middle of the parabola? Yes, it is. That is why it is a line of symmetry. So, what is in the middle of negative 4 and 2? Is it difficult to visualize what is in the middle of negative 4 and 2? To find the middle, it is like finding the average, right? The middle is the average. How do you find the average of two numbers? You add them up, then you divide by 2. Same thing, okay? So, line of symmetry is x equals to negative 4 plus 2 divided by 2. This is equals to negative 1. So the line is x equals to negative 1. Some of you are very visual. Maybe your art is very good. You are very good at visualizing things. You look at this and you know that, hey, this is negative 1. Huh? Then you see that, hey, it is 1 mark only. So you go and write down your answer as, for B, your answer, negative 1. Then you're very happy with yourself. Then I will give you a wrong. What is wrong with this? Negative 1 is a number. It is not an equation. It is not a line. So you need to write down x equals to, then you will get the mark. You mean the presentation, is it? So finally equals to -1. Yeah, this is okay. Yes, Francis? If you just write x equals to -1 based on looking at the diagram, it is fine also. But this is the method of how to get it. Alright, now for the part C. Part C, I want to find the coordinates of B. What is this special point B? It is the highest point. It is my maximum point. The maximum point will lie on the line of symmetry. Definitely. So Kai, tell me what is the x coordinate of B? What is the x coordinate of B? Hurry up, hurry up. X coordinate of B. -1. Y coordinate, we don't know yet. So what can we do? We substitute x equals to -1 to find the coordinates of B. Okay? So y is equals to negative, x equals to -1, right? Plus 4, -1 minus 2. I am substituting into my equation. So this gives me -3 times -3. This is equals to 9. So the y coordinate is 9. So B will be -1, 9. Okay? Now part D. A point 1, P lies on the curve. 1, P. We don't need all this already. 1, P is somewhere here. This is 1. And the coordinate will be 1, P. That means this value over here is P lah. Find the value of P. How? Yes, we substitute x equals to 1 to find P. So substitute into your equation again, y equals to -1 plus 4, 1 minus 2. Answer will be 5. So P is equals to 5. Okay? 1, P. The value of P is 5. Okay, let me just do one last question, 7A. Here I have a plot of garden, straight line, AB 22, BD is 19, and here is 60 degrees. Find the length of AD. So this one, how to find? Can I use tangent or cosine or sine? Why cannot? Yeah, it is not a right angle. I cannot use that. So I am given 2 sides and 1 included angle. Which rule should I use? 2 sides, 1 included angle. So I use cosine rule. Okay, so AD square is equal to AB square plus BD square minus 2 times of AB BD cosine ABD. So just substitute 22 square plus 19 square minus 2 times of 22, 19 cosine 60 degrees. Then you find AD equals to square root of whatever and get the answer and round it off. AD will be equals to 20.7. No 90 degrees, no Pythagoras. Cosine rule doesn't require 90 degrees. Cosine rule can be applied for any triangle. Just like our sine rule. There's no tangent rule. Okay?